on YouTube, starting it here in the Zoomer. There we go. I gotta make sure my chat is on because I always forget to turn the chat on. All right, there we go. What's up, guys? Welcome. It is officially Friday. It is the 12th, and it is also, guys, it is day number 17 of the 90-day massive action game plan. So hopefully you guys are fired up and excited. I know I am, and I know what we have in store for you today is going to be pretty awesome because I brought someone with me. So we're going to drop some bombs, guys, and we're going to dive right into it. Now, normally all week long, we've been diving into accountability and leading off with that. But what I'm going to do today is going to get rocking and rolling, and we're just going to dive right into our topic of the day, which is literally taking massive action. And in my humble opinion, there is no one doing that better than you right now, Kirsty. So super excited to have you on board and kind of have you walk us through what you're doing for the 90-day massive action game plan. You're kind of doing your own thing and taking, I've been seeing the videos you've been sending me and all the action you've been taking, and it's absolutely, absolutely awesome. So first and foremost, guys, drop a 17 in the comments. Let me know you're ready to rock. You guys are here. You guys are paying attention. So drop a 17 because it is day number 17. I'm not seeing the live stream come up on YouTube for some reason. I'll pull that up. Give me a sec. But Kirsty, thank you for being here. I know it's
Sure.
obviously early over in Colorado. It's what 8 o'clock in the morning, and you're balancing life and mom and all that other stuff you got going on. So thank you for hanging out with us today. And
Sure.
what's got you fired up this morning?
I would say the biggest thing would be just the momentum that one can have regardless of their current results. You being able to have Big Mo, as we like to call it, Big
Yep.
Mo on your back happens based on you just taking action. And then that one little action turns into a snowball. That snowball turns into a massive build. Even if you don't have the results yet that you want, you still are in the momentum. You're still in the energy of rolling down a hill,
Yeah.
essentially. Because you got to think of it like, I don't know, mm, if we're going to launch a spaceship, right? At the beginning, it takes a lot more effort, right? At the beginning, that spaceship to get up in the air, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of heat, a lot of gusto, a lot of all of the parts working together. That's maybe where you are now. Say you're a little bit more new, say you're just starting out, you're trying to get the momentum. So you're spending more time, you're spending more energy. But then once that spaceship takes off, that rocket ship takes off, whatever it is, then you can coast, right? You're putting in less effort, but you're making more or you have more momentum. So I want you to consider yourself as kind of like the spaceship, kind of like you're taking off right now, you're putting in more energy, you're putting in more effort. Even if you don't have the results, you are going to get results. Big Mo, momentum, as I like to call it, is going to be on your side
Mhm.
because of everything that you're putting in now. And then it'll be a ripple effect. Then it'll compound. Then it'll be a snowball just like tumbling down the hill rather than you like trying to put the snowball together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
it's the same exact theories and stories that you hear about, how do you get a plane to take off? It's like,
right.
can you do it at, 70% thrust? No. Can you do it at 80% thrust? No. 90% thrust? No. You have to use 100% thrust to get that plane up and off the ground.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing in your business, and to be quite honest, for some of you guys here that are on the 90-day massive action game plan, we have our checklist. And when I go through these accountability roll calls, I was like, hey, who did their reach outs? And some of you guys are like, well, not yet. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, it's like you're not giving yourself, you're not giving it 100%. You're only giving
Right.
it some of it. So, you know, if you're not getting the results that you want, but you're not putting in the full effort, you know, yeah. It's like what
There's
else can
not
you
a whole
do,
ton.
so it's you got to put in the effort, plain and simple. So
Right.
if you would, I would love it if you could share. I don't know if you could share your screen or kind of show that little like calendar that you showed me, that you like the massive action that you were taking, like where you were like crossing off all the dots and like everything that you're doing like on a daily basis. If
Sure.
you could share that with everyone, that would be really, really cool, because like I was very, very impressed with that. And also just impressed overall with the amount of action that you're taking, which
Hmm.
so if you could kind of enlighten us on that, I think it would be really impactful to see like everyone, like, this isn't just for like anyone to jump in and do this. Like even like, top leaders are doing this and you're pushing yourself harder than you ever have. And it's just freaking awesome.
Hmm. Sure. So I'll warn you in advance. It's a really cute calendar that I wrote up myself. That doesn't have very much cute things going on with it.
Hey, it doesn't matter
um,
as long as it works.
it works. It really does work. And I have it right here on my desk. And every single time I do something on it, I walk into my office and I check it off or I circle it in or whatever else. So this is what it looks like. I know for you guys, it might be backwards. Okay. But started off on Sunday at the end of March and then Monday the 1st, right? Second, third, fourth, etc. You can see that I've got circles and dots, right? You can see I have boxes here. You can see I have little check marks. That one says MM, so you can consider that Mindset Monday, right? But then there's a YT1, a YT7, things like that. There's a
Hmm.
GFU video. All of this for my little silly calendar is my accountability over 90 days for what it is I'm putting out and what effort I am making. Meaning those little dots that you see at the bottom of each day are short form videos. I'm doing
Hmm.
10 short form videos a day. Now, if you look closely, that first day I did it, I only got to 5. The second day I did 10, did 10, did 8, I did 7. Let's see, 7, 7. Okay. So am I absolutely perfect in it? No. But when I think about the average person doing, say, 3, maybe 4 in a day, that's something that pushes them. I wanted to max out to max up. So if I'm doing double what is standard, what would be normal for this industry, right? You say, say you do every morning, afternoon, and evening, that's 3 a day. That's awesome. Well, for me, I wanted to look back at these 90 days and say, I literally did everything it took beyond what was normal so that I could have more extraordinary results than just an average person, right? And so my put out or my consumption of what it is I'm doing, what it is I'm laying out there is double, sometimes triple. Now, that's not just short form videos. Short form videos, here's the beautiful thing about being in this long enough. Okay. You eventually have enough short form videos that you don't have to recreate them every single day if you choose not to. In my camera roll, I probably have 300 different videos that I could just grab and go, much like what you guys have now with Faceless, right? That I could just grab and go that I know work, that I've saved, that I repurpose. Okay,
Hmm.
just drop the word repurpose if you feel what I mean. Because just like an airplane taking off, just like the snowball, you have to sit and compact it, right? And then eventually it rolls down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger. If I've been at this for a couple years now, you would hope that I've paid attention enough, I've observed enough for this video works, I'm going to use it again. I'm going to make it work for me rather than me spending the time every time to do it. You know what I mean? So consider if I'm talking as you, if I stick with this and I do at least 3 short form videos a day over 6 months, how many pieces of content at month 7 would I have that if I observe and if I'm aware of what videos are working, that at month 7, I could just now start repurposing and then what? Be snowballing my efforts. Meaning, if I have 3, let's say only one of them over the next 6 months is like, yep, that's fire, that works. You could repurpose that. You get comments every time, it lands you sales, all of that. 1 over 6 months, that's 180, right? 180 videos that you then could snowball into month 7, 8, 9, all the way to 12 and beyond. The idea is that it's like compounding interest. You put in something and then you take it and you compound it into the next one. So imagine yourself sticking with it beyond 6 months, but just that's just the example. If you consistently put out 3 short form videos a day for 6 months, at month 7, you have 180 at the minimum, let's say, that you could use. So at month 7, now instead of 3 short form videos, it's more simple to follow a guide like this where it says 10 because you have content you can use, you have content that you could create that day. you are spending less time, but your reward is bigger. Does that make sense? Just drop the word yes if you feel what I mean. Because the thing is, when you really look, and this was a large goal for me, especially just short form videos. 10 a day? Like, what the freak are you doing? Right? That was my first thought. I'm like, 10 a day? Okay, shoot. What does that look like logically? 8 o'clock, 9:30, 11 o'clock, 12:30, 2 o'clock, 3:30, and so on up until my last one at like 10 or whatever it lands on.
So every 90 minutes, essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
Yep.
But on the days where I have something at night, say I have like the couple times last week where I only got to like 7 or 8, right? Those evenings I had something going on and I could not be on my phone every 90 minutes, right? So looking back, it's like, yeah, that's a reflection of what I had going on. But had I not in the moment been on a schedule for knowing later I would be busy or I'd have this or I'd be driving or I'd be at my kid's event or whatever, I would have not even gone to 3 or 4 in a day. So maximize the time you have in the present moment you have it. I always say it, max out to max up. Just that one more post, that one more follow-up, that one more email, that one more message. That could be that one more person who you need to impact. And if you don't think larger than yourself, if you're thinking something like, well, you can only do that because you have so much. Yeah, I do have so much behind me because I've been in it longer, but that doesn't make me more talented or more successful. That means that I am maxing out to max up. And if you want the same, you have to have that mentality, just that one more rep. How do you get stronger? Not by lifting the same, but by lifting heavier or lifting more, right? And then you compound and you eventually stack both of those things to get better muscle and to lose more weight and whatever the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same exact thing with your business. Max out to max up, you know?
Kirsty, I got a comment coming in over on the live stream. Martha's
Yeah.
asking, where are you storing them on your camera roll? Like, do you have like a separate file that you're putting them in, or do you just have them mixed up with like all your other photos? How do you organize that? Because I mean, obviously
So,
that's a lot of pieces of content to be keeping track
sure.
of.
Yep. So that's actually, I love that question, Martha. Thank you for it. Right now I just have them hearted on the iPhone. You can heart it. And then when I go to post a short form video on Facebook Reels or something, I can go to my heart folder and grab one. So I'm not like scrolling through my kids' photos and I don't know what to post. I have it pretty organized that way.
Yep.
On top of that, I can grab certain pieces of content and put them in a folder I create. I don't know if all of you guys have that option on an iPhone. I do. So I assume you do too. If you have an iPhone, but you can create a folder. So for example, every single time I post a video that says catch the live replay, you want the replay for how to do this, you want the replay I just help people with, whatever, anything that has to do with replay, no matter when I post it. Could be at 7 a.m. It could be on a Sunday afternoon. I didn't even have to go live. I just post the video and talk as if there's a replay. And I always get comments. So observing what works, what would that mean? Well, I could create a folder in my camera roll that says replays. And then I'd be able to grab and go from, I want to post a replay video today. Does that make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that takes time. If you're a person who has like 1,000 or so photos and videos and all of that, then yeah, it would take time to do your camera roll. But as we always say, the time it takes to get to where you want to be is going to pass anyway. So have Mindset Monday playing, have a Teachable Tuesday replay playing, and be multitasking as you do the mind-numbing work of organizing your camera roll, having repurposed content, because the time that it takes to create the right stuff to then be able to grab and go for a piece that you know works, that's worth the time because you could use that piece over and over and over again. There are some videos, guys, that I have. I bet you I could post them at least once a week. Some people would say, oh, well, they just saw that video. Is that weird? They don't want to see the same stuff. No, actually, I repost the same videos often. It's not once a week that I do the same exact videos, but it's the same type of idea. Or sometimes it's literally the same video. But remember, the intent is to find new eyeballs. It's not to talk to the people who are sitting there fence sitting. Not once have I had someone be like, you just posted this yesterday, or you posted this last week, or I recognize this video. No, people are so bombarded with side hustle stuff that you've got to think, what can I create today that will make more time for me later that I can use often because I'm making that one piece of content work for me rather than me spending the time over and over and over again, but instead compounding my habit. Makes sense, guys? Any thoughts or questions on that? I know it's
No,
kind of a lot.
well, on the whole theme and topic that we got here, like I with the taking massive action that you're doing, you're kind of running right alongside everyone here that's going through the 90-day game plan. You're doing up to 10 short form videos per day, plus you're also doing a YouTube video, plus you're doing webinars, plus you're doing Facebook posts. Like you're literally doing it all, like everything that's on our checklist. Now, I can tell on my end, because obviously you're on my team, I can tell from the check match that you recently just had what looked like on my end one of your best weeks ever inside of Gifu.
Mhm.
Um, Obviously, would you attest that to the massive action that you're taking right now?
I would say so, yes. And I would say it's for a couple of reasons. Some people think it's the put out, right? Oh, well, you're just posting more, so you have more eyeballs. Yeah, kind of. But energetically, when I'm in the zone of posting and I'm thinking about my business, and I'm thinking about these people, and I'm thinking about who's doing what and how I can help them and what question they had and what resource I need to give them. And then they go make a decision and then they enroll, they need the link. What energy am I in?
Hmm.
Business.
Yep.
I'm in the energy and the mindset of I'm attracting all these things because I'm in the rhythm of it.
Yep.
Okay. I'll give you an example. And this is Psychotown. So just, judge me. On Tuesday, my husband took our three kids. They went to Urban Air. They jumped and they had fun. And then, I hopped on Teachable Tuesday. I did 18 YouTube videos on Tuesday from the time they left right up until about 5:50, so like 10 minutes before Teachable Tuesday for me here in Colorado.
Yep.
And I had the thought, I was in such a rhythm, guys. I was in such alignment and such flow that I had the thought, okay, it's 5:51. I've got 9 minutes before Teachable Tuesday. Can I whip out one more YouTube video? And I did. I was like,
Yep.
oh, it's fine. 9 minutes. But and for some of you, that'd be like, whoa, 18 videos, what the freak? That's Psychotown. It is. You're right. But if you want extraordinary results, you have to do something above the ordinary. You
Yep.
have to do something that makes you go a little larger, a little harder, a little more out of your comfort zone, because that's how you get paid bigger. That's how you get paid bigger.
Hmm.
If you don't have your action match, you know, then how can you wouldn't be able to reap that. Like you sow what you reap what you sow, right? It's karma, it's a boomerang. If
Yep.
I'm in the energy of sales, momentum, conversations, and I'm intentionally following up, you better believe I'm then going to get a lot of messages because I'm in that energy. I'm
Yeah.
attracting that because I'm in that flow, you
Yep.
know?
Yeah, I think that's 100% on point because I mean, we've seen the folks that show up either to the Teachable Tuesdays, the Mindset Mondays, or even, here on the live stream, sometimes where people like, I'm not making any sales and they'll kind of broadcast it to the world. And it's like
Yeah,
when you're in that mindset, when you're in that frame of energy, like you're giving off like the fact that like, you think you suck or, you're not getting the
right.
results or whatever it is. And when you're in that mindset, in that zone, in that frame of energy, why would you expect to get results? Why would you
Right.
expect to get a sale when you're in that versus when you flip it around and you're in flow state, you're in creative
Mhm.
mode, you're in conversation mode, you're in, doing whatever it takes to get the job done. Like you said, even I got 9 minutes. Let me push myself that much more because
Yep.
I'm in that frame of mind to get things done to build and grow my business versus oh, woe is me. No one's texting me. No one's going to my content. I only have 10 views on my last video, like down in the dumps, like should it be a surprise that you're not getting sales or,
Right.
to flip it around, like when you're in that zone, when you're taking massive action, should it be a surprise that you're getting sale after sale multiple days in a row? Like, no, because you're in that zone.
Right.
So I think energy is super, super important, guys, while you're going through this process. And we had just talked about this a few days ago. I dove into mindset here on the 90-day game plan and giving them tips and tricks and things that they could do to like, listen to personal audios. And I would also, by the way, let me share my screen real quick here because Two things that are working in sync really, really well together right now is not only are we doing the 90-day challenge, guys, but we're also have mindset tied in here with this for you guys. Um, so a lot of you guys are hanging out here, but also make sure when you're going into your team site, again, this is also in the app as well. You guys have 90-day the mindset mastery here, and you guys can pop over to this and use this in sync with what we're doing right now. So to help you be in the frame of mind, to help you be in that positive headspace, in that positive energy, by all means, be hanging out here. Like if you're just sitting there and you're editing your videos and you're just kind of twiddling your thumbs on your phone, might as well have some of this stuff playing
Yep.
while you're doing that so you guys can stay in this. Like, look at this. Like Kirsty's pounding out videos, right alongside us. So not only is she out there creating short form videos for her business to build and grow her business and doing the YouTube videos and all that, but she's also putting stuff into the team here in the mindset mastery section. So you guys have the opportunity to also, while you're here building and growing your business, to also build and grow your mindset, to build and grow your mindset. That's the most important part of this entire process, because if you don't invest in this every single day, at some point you're going to give up. At some
Yep.
point you're going to quit. And I can guarantee you that absolutely, like 100% without a shadow of a doubt. If you don't invest into yourself, you're going to quit. You're going to come up with an excuse, a reason as to why this isn't working.
Exactly. Yep. And at that point, you're going to be right and you're going to be solidified in that decision and you're not going to see another way. You won't see another route. You won't see another path. It will be a one tunnel vision of this is why it didn't work. It's okay to quit. And you're going to justify yourself and then you're going to be right. And then you're going to have the same results. Right. So another thing that I want to mention here is the live videos. Okay. That's one of the boxes here that I have. 2 live videos a week. Okay. Here, February, I want to say I went live in February out of the 29 days, probably, let me think, 18 or 19 of those days, something like that. It wasn't every day. It was pretty dang close though. And then I didn't get the results I wanted after the live video. It was often. So say I did 20 of them in February, just streaming live on Facebook, talking to people, right? People on the team, people who hopped on, prospects, whoever. And I'd get off the live video and I wouldn't get conversions in the way that I anticipated. And I kept talking to my husband, like, why am I going live on Facebook? I'm talking about the business. I'm talking about mindset. I'm not doing an overview. It's not like a full on, I'm going to share my screen, that kind of stuff, but I'm still not getting results. Man, I'm giving people my number. Hey, text me, your name that you saw the video. I'm thinking people are going to enroll. I'm telling them the cost, all the things. And out of those, say 20 videos in February, probably 12 or 13 of them had me feeling at the end of it. I was like, an hour goes by after my live video. I'm like, why isn't anyone enrolling? How come I don't get as many text messages as the interaction? What's going on? And then I thought about it harder and I was like, you know what? I don't think it's about me converting on the live video. Listen, I think it's about me showing up. And if I show up tomorrow again, and this person who came today on my live video sees me tomorrow, then they're going to enroll.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're going to be like, whoa, she takes this very seriously. Hey, see you again. And what's funny? When I had that shift, it was probably like mid-February or something. I was confused. I was like, what is happening? Why am I not getting as many, conversions as I want? Why am I showing up? Is it worth my time? And then it was about midway through the month that every time I went live, I was getting conversions, like sometimes in the moment. Like there were a couple videos that I would say, hey, Johnny just enrolled. I just got your email. Wow, text me. I'll text you the info as soon as this live video is over. And then people would collaborate and be like, oh, Johnny did it. you know,
That's when it's super fun right there, when those sales are coming in
exactly.
while you're live.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
the thing is too, until I had that shift of mindset, oh gosh, I keep showing up. Is it even worth my time? I'm telling people my number. Why aren't they converting? Right? What am I doing wrong? Like I had that thought and I was wondering if it was worth my time. And then when I shifted it from, it's not about the conversion, it's about showing up. The more I showed up, the more I'd talk about the same concepts, but call to attention different people because different people would show up. The more engagement I got, the more a Johnny would see, oh, wow, she's talking to Cynthia. Who's Cynthia? Oh my gosh, Paula, who's that? When I was interacting with them, being personal, what happened? I stood out from the masses in the side hustle industry. Can you tell me off the top of your head right now, for those of you watching and even those on the replay from our TFT training, can you think of a person or a team or a specific thing that someone sells where they specifically go live, they answer questions, they slow down, they call their name? Because until I started here, I was the side hustle like, oh, I don't know what to do. And I was going to hop from one thing to another trying to land the income results I needed, right? You guys been there? That was me before I started in this. I was so worried about myself financially, and I would hop from one thing to another. I was like a secret stalker of all these side hustle people and what they were doing and how
Mm-hmm.
they were doing it, right? Oh, I should do ClickBank. Oh, I should do this program. Oh, I should, barf, right? And I can't tell you one time when I was in that research mode that I found someone who felt incredibly personable to me, who felt like when I would enroll, they would help me, they would recognize who I am, they would call my name, call to attention my handle. Hey, Lisa Dobkins, for example, I know exactly who Lisa is. She just commented here on our Zoom, and she just commented and said 2 months before enrolling. Lisa's a massive action taker. She is using the ATM method right now. She is adding people into that group for results. I see it every single day. And she and I text, and I know her by name. And she is someone who means something to me. So, do you think Lisa, on the other end of it, do you think Lisa is more inclined to just like give up and quit? No, she'd probably be more inclined to continue on because she feels taken care of, because there is something different here that we have within the funnel team. But I want you to consider, are you putting that out there? You might not be the face of the funnel team like I am. You might not be the one training, but are you acting as if it's your business? Are you in charge of the funnel team? Are you in charge of helping them out? Are you calling to attention something for them, a person you do not know yet? Are you allowing them to feel different about you, about what you have, than any other side hustle out here? And the answer will be yes, if you choose to do something that makes you show up differently, that makes you feel like maybe I did in February, where it was like, I keep going live, but I'm not getting the results I'm anticipating. What is that I'm doing wrong? Am I missing a link? No, shift your mindset. 10 short form videos a day is a little ridiculous. Let's just call that Psychotown. Okay. It probably is. Every 90 minutes, you're like, girl, like people are going to be unfollowing you. The interesting part is Tuesday, 2.5 weeks ago, you guys, I've literally just on Facebook Reels alone have grown 3,000 followers. I'm not kidding. I was hovering around like 154. Now I'm like 157, 500 something. That's a big deal. Why? Not because I care about the followers, but because my DMs are flooded. I am showing up. And so people are like, whoa, she takes this seriously. This is someone who has my back, who has been here in my corner, and I'm not even involved with her yet. So I want you to consider for yourself, are you showing up like you're the business owner? Are you showing up even if, like it was for me in February, you're not yet getting the result? Because when you show up, people take it more seriously. And if you kind of take it willy-nilly and you just kind of post, oh, I posted 2 today and nothing tomorrow, and Sunday I got busy, and Monday I did 5, and think of it like the gym. Do you get better results going to the gym 45 minutes a day consistently to lose those 30 pounds? Or do you get better results by losing those 30 pounds going 3 hours today to the gym, 2 sore the next day? Saturday, you're like, meh. Sunday, oh, and then Monday, you're like, I'll go for an hour
Raining.
today, but I really want this donut, right?
It's raining
You
out. I can't go to the gym today.
exactly. Oh, I can't do it. Okay.
Yep.
Then don't expect extraordinary results because you're not doing anything extra above the ordinary person. Does that make sense?
Here's a concept to think about, and just to kind of like sum up everything that we're talking about here. Be the person that you want to join your business. Like, go be that person.
Yep.
Because if you're going to sit there like a lump and you're going to insert the excuses and I can't go live because I don't have a following. I can't go, I can't do 3+ short form videos today because whatever. I can't do the reach outs because I'm shy, whatever. Right. Do you want to sponsor a person that's just going to join and then just sit there and do nothing?
Right.
Is that who you want to bring into your business? Because if that's who you want to bring into your business, then just keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to bring on an action taker, if you want to bring on someone that's going to turn around and do the work and put in the effort and go get sales and help grow your team so you can ultimately make more money, it's at the end of the day, it's why we're all here, right? So we can create that time freedom. If like go be that person, go be the person that you want to sponsor into your business, go lead by example. So
Right.
that way it's like you're going to put that out, you're going to attract that by being that person. And that's exactly what, Kirsty's been doing like for weeks now with her 90-day push is she is trying to be the biggest, like most powerful, best person she could possibly be, getting in that headspace, getting in that energy, getting in that flow state, and just putting that out there to the universe, putting that out there to the world. And now she's attracting even more people because she's being the person that she would bring into her business. Does that make
Right.
sense, guys? If so,
Yep.
comment makes sense.
Yep. 100%. And on
So,
top of that, too, it's not necessarily about, oh, well, I don't have YouTube, so I can't succeed. Oh, well, I haven't done long form videos before, just the example. So I won't be able to succeed. It's not about that. It's not about what step necessarily you're taking. It's about expanding that step. So if you got really good at short form videos, let's say you just went and mastered the ATM method that we launched a couple weeks ago. Let's say you wanted to do a webinar because that's something we've talked about here on this hangout, right? If you go and do the thing and it's awkward as heck and you're weird and you totally botch it, don't you think the next time it'll be easier? I want you to think of it like riding a bike. When you
mm-hmm.
learned how to ride a bike, how did you start out? Maybe with training wheels, right?
Yep.
But you had a helmet on, you were prepared. You have the preparation within TFT, you have the strategies, you have the tutorials, you have the continued help, right? You have the helmet, you have the nice tires, you're going to be able to pedal, you're going to be able to ride the bike. But the first time, didn't you fall? Even with the training wheels on, you may have fallen over. Your parent or whoever maybe was there to help you. Eventually they what? Pushed alongside you and let go and you had no idea, right? That's like the feeling like, whoa, as a kid. Here you are pedaling and you think that your parents behind you and they're not. They're 10, 15, 20 feet back and here you are. The funny thing is, when you decide to get on the bike and you start pedaling, the first time you go down a hill, the first time you turn a corner too sharp, you fall, whatever, what happens? You're resilient. You get back up. You don't just throw the bike away and you're in the middle of nowhere riding somewhere with your parent or not, right? You get back on the bike. It might hurt your knee, but you get back on the bike. I want you and I encourage you. I challenge you to treat that idea of riding the bike, you fall, you scrape your knee, you get back on the bike, you got to pedal home still, right? Even if you took your bike and you walked your bike home, you still would get back up. And it's the same thing with business. TikTok bans things for no reason. Rebound your ball. Facebook doesn't allow you to copy and paste the certain comment or a certain link multiple times. Facebook blocks you on Messenger. Your YouTube account could get shut down dependent on like copyright restriction, whatever. You could have a person totally be horrible to you in the comments, in a direct message. They could email you, they could go crazy and be a complete hater. Rebound your ball. In basketball, do we like watching the games that they shoot, they miss, and the other team takes it? No, we want people to rebound their ball and to try again to score. That makes a good game. And it's the same thing with business. Rebound your ball, choose to be resilient. Those two R's. Rebound, be resilient. You have to have that resilience as an entrepreneur inside of this business. Whether you've made $1, you've made zero, or you're ranking in $1,000, $2,000 a week. Wherever you are and wherever you want to be wants that too for you. But you have to choose the resilience. You feel me? Any thoughts on that, Daniel?
Yeah, I mean that's just right there in a nutshell. I mean, the resilience to be able to keep pushing forward and keep finding ways. There's always, Candace dropped a comment over on the live stream saying like,
Hmm.
I gotta get past my personal problems. And that's just it. Like you gotta find a way, and there always is a way. And this is what you guys got to
Yep.
realize. Like there always is a way through or around or over or under whatever it is that's in front of you. So if it's an excuse, if it's a
Yep.
problem, if it's whatever, there's always a way past it. You just got to realize that and let that, and accept that answer versus letting that define you. And this is something I've been talking about heavily lately is, stop letting your excuses define you because trust me, guys, like you carry that shit around. That's a heavy weight to be
Yep.
carrying around to be like, oh, I'm shy, I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever. And like insert excuse here. Like, how long do you want to let that keep going? Like,
Right.
how long do you want to let those things define who you are and the results that you get or don't get? Now, I do want to take a second. I want to shout out Poonam here on the Zoom because, um, we were talking about going live and a lot of people are kind of hesitant to go live. I've seen excuses come in like, oh, I don't know what to say if I go live. It's like not true because I gave you the folder. I walked you through. I said, this is exactly what you can say when you go live. So, like, the stuff is here. And then we talked about doing the buddy system. And finally, Poonam and then Shannon Carlson, the two of them went live, which was awesome. So, they all got out of their comfort zone. And then Poonam just commented, I finally went live on my own yesterday. So I love, love, love seeing the growth, guys. I love seeing you guys push yourself forward and push through those hurdles and be resilient and find a way to get out there and go do it. And now, guess what? The next time you do it, it's going to become a little bit easier.
Right.
And, even Albert over on the live stream threw his hand up multiple times yesterday and said, hey, I'll be, a buddy for someone if someone wants to join me live. I think someone else chimed in too. Um, but that's just it, guys. You got to go find a way. The ways are out there. They're right in front of you. You got to see them sometimes, but there's always a way through, up, over, around, past whatever it is that's holding you back. There's always a way past it. You just got to kind of open your eyes a little more sometimes and just kind of move forward.
Exactly. And on that note, that's literally what manifesting is, you guys. Manifesting, people think it's like, oh, I have a vision board and I say I am a millionaire and then I feel so good and then I'm supposed to attract that. Kinda. Let's just take it a step further. Manifesting is having a goal. Let's say my goal is $300 a day. Okay. I want to make about $10,000 a month. If I want to make $10,000 a month, how I manifest my way there is not just reaching for the 10. It's not just seeing and feeling that, now I can pay for this and I can do that and take a trip and retire my spouse and whatever. That's not what it's about. Manifestation truly happens when you can envision the hurdle you're going to come up against to get to 10 grand. And then you visualize your way around that problem. When you can see yourself out of the problem, you can see yourself resolving the situation, the stopping point, the mountain, the halt in how to get to 10 grand a month. That's when manifestation happens. It's when we only look at the end result. Oh, I want $300 a day. Oh, 10 grand a month. Oh, I could do this and this and this and this and this. But you know that you have to show up as a different person. You have to be growing yourself so much to go hit 10 grand if all you've ever made is 3 or 4 or 5 grand. For you to double your income, you have to double who you are. You have to show up differently. You have to have a different mindset because just like the quote goes, you can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. That's insanity, right? Well, I encourage you to step away from insanity. Go be illogical. Okay. You guys know this or you're going to know this soon from our mindset blitz in one of the weeks. I think third week. Don't quote me. I can't remember. Some week coming up, I talk about being illogical. You cannot have the logic of, oh, what's realistic for me? No, you got to shoot higher. But how you get to that higher goal by being illogical with it, not listening to what's normal, talk, noise from people, is by you manifesting and visualizing your way out of the roadblock that you're going to come up against, right? If I was posting 10 times a day starting out, Do you know how much hate I would get? Probably maybe you guys have gotten from people who know me. Why do you post so much? Gosh, you're getting so annoying. Ew, what even is this? Are you in a scheme? Ugh. You, at your end result of $10,000 a month, to manifest that 10 grand, you'd have to literally visualize yourself feeling and taking the action away around that problem. That is when you'll manifest what you want. It's when you can jump over the hurdle, jump over the roadblock, continue on in base camp and reach Mount Everest. Otherwise, you're going to sit in base camp. You're going to be the kid who falls over on his bike and then his mom doesn't know where he is because he never goes home. No, that's not a situation that happens. He gets back up. He never just sits there, ever. He always stands back up after falling off a bike. And it's the same
Mhm.
thing with you and your goals.
Yeah, what do you think the people that are like, there's the people that are sitting in base camp at Mount Everest for the first time and they're looking up at the top of the mountain and they're hearing all the stories and they have all the stuff swirling around in their head. And then there's the people that are coming down from the summit, coming down to base camp, being like, they're on top of the
Whoa.
world. They made it. They did it. They pushed
Right.
through it. And it's like, what do you think those people are saying to the people in base camp? Oh, you got to go for it. You got to do it. You can do it. And, and they have the they have the choice. They have the path. They have the Sherpas. The Sherpas literally help guide them up there, kind of like TFT. You know what I mean? Like we kind of help guide you and show you, like, we've been to the top. We know like what it's like to make 20, 50, $60,000 in 1 month. We know what that's like.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to show you guys the way. Or you could just stand at base camp, look up at the top of the mountain, and be like, there's a lot of crevices, a lot of cracks up there. There's a lot of ice, a lot of cold, a lot of wind, a lot of danger. It's like, yeah, but then there's the summit. The summit's fucking awesome. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like,
Right.
what do you want? Do you want to like keep talking yourself out of it? Or do you just want to go do it and have an experience it and be like, wow, I'm so glad I did that.
Right.
So again, guys, you got to be that person that you want to bring into your business, to kind of sum it all up in a nice little sentence. Go be the person that you want to bring into your business,
Right.
or else it's going to be really hard to attract someone that's going to come onto your team and actually do anything. You might get a sale here and there, but they might sign up and just sit there like a lump and not do anything because they're nervous. They don't want to, they don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to put in the work.
Right.
Or you could go be that person that you want to bring into your business, and then you could act like a leader, be a leader, think like a leader, respond like a leader, all of those things. You
Right.
could go do that, and then you will attract other people just like that. Does that
Because
make sense?
imagine if let's say I got on Focus Friday today, and the first thing out of my mouth when you guys hop on inside of our funnel team is I said, you know what, sales just really suck this week. I'm just not feeling it. Go focus on your business, like have a good weekend, but I'm just not going to do anything. I'd rather just sit here. Imagine if I said anything like that, you'd be like, the freak, right?
Wouldn't be a lot of people
Or,
tuning into Focus Friday.
yeah, they're like, Zia, you got to be who you want to attract. You have
Hmm.
to act like you're the one in charge of Focus Friday today. You have to, like, if we were to bring Lisa Dopkins on for Focus Friday, Lisa, would that make you pee your pants a little bit? But if we were to bring you on and then we left, we got on a Zoom and then we said, okay, stream in. And then we're like, see ya. Would that make you nervous? Probably. And not just Lisa, but all of you guys, right? You have to show up as if it's your own business because it is. You have all the right steps from base camp to Mount Everest at the top and the beautiful view and the accomplishment. You have all the right steps in which to get there and how to do so effectively. But until you can see yourself at the top, until you can see yourself manifesting your way around the hurdles and roadblocks and the ban of TikTok and bleh, all the dumb stuff that we let trip us up, until you can actually get beyond that and choose resilience, you will never even consider 10 short form videos in a day, 2 live streams a week, a YouTube video a day. You guys, YouTube alone, I am putting out 1 video a day. So 7 plus 2 more for strictly GFU. That's 9 long form videos a week, plus Mindset Monday, Teachable Tuesday, and Focus Friday. So really that's 12 a week. That's almost 2 a day. The last time I did 2 videos a day, I made $58,000 in that month. So I want you to consider, if you were to show up in a different way, could you attract better and more extraordinary results because you go extra above what's ordinary. Yes. So go make yourself a rinky dink calendar. Okay. Go give yourself different accountability than ever you've done before. Run with us during this 90 days. Have your day one be now. I don't know, whatever
Mm-hmm.
works for you. But then show up like you deserve it. That way you can attract the people who are also like, I'm going to take this to the moon. And you're like, yep, I'm running there alongside you. Make sense?
Yeah. I was just gonna say the same thing too, because like I've seen some comments coming in on the YouTube channel where it's like, oh, I'm only coming in on day 15. I was like, well, make it your day one.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to go from like zero to warp speed. Like just take your time, start at day one and work your way up. The replays are
Right.
always going to be here. They're
Right.
never going away. They're always going to be here. So you can always catch up at some point. But, you guys can always start your day one whenever you want. And some of you guys that have even been here since day one, you might kind of go through what we're talking about here. Cause right now we're on day 17 and you might think to yourself, or maybe you'll have an aha moment. Maybe they'll be like, for me, years ago, it was one thing that was said. I was watching a YouTube video about, just making money online and all that stuff. And there's one phrase that was said that literally changed the course of my life. And it was ILT, Invest, Learn, Teach. When I heard that, it was just like the light bulb went off. I went, oh my God, I get it now. I
Mm-hmm.
understand it now. And from that moment on was like the start of my 90 days, the start of my big push. You guys maybe it's today, maybe it was last week, maybe it was whenever, but you can always start fresh. You can always kind of relaunch. You can always, build from ground zero. And, it doesn't have to be a struggle. Just fine tune your craft, constantly focus on getting better, investing in yourself. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me, that's the most important part, investing in yourself.
Yep.
Because if you don't do that, you're going to go off the rails, you're going to get sidetracked, you're going to come up with excuses, you're going to quit. But always, always, always focus on investing in yourself and be the person you want to bring into your business. Just please remember, like if that's your takeaway, from today, be the person you want to bring into your business.
Yep.
Simple as that.
100%. There's a reason that we're doing the 90-day blitz alongside the how to mixed with mindset. You cannot have one without the other. It's like chicken
Mm-hmm.
before the egg. You need both. Okay. And because you know you need both, you need to show up like you have that knowledge. But just like I always say, knowledge is not the piece that's power, it's the application of the knowledge that's power. How you apply something is based on how you understand it. How you can understand is what you then go do, right? So go do the thing you know you're supposed to be doing, that you need to be doing in order to reach Mount Everest, in order to be illogical and be above what the masses would deem normal. Okay. The problem is not that people, us here on Zoom, those of you watching the replay, it's not that you need to be courageous. It's that you need to stand against conformity. Does that make sense? You can't be what everyone is doing if you want something extraordinary. You have to go above what would be normal. Don't conform to what's happening. Don't just like roll with the crowd. You have to go above it. You have to do beyond it if you want something different. Okay. So, hope you guys got value from today. For sure, catch the replay in our 90-day folder inside of TFT. And if you're watching this and you're not part of TFT, I encourage you to do so. Get involved. Do something that your future self will thank you for. Get back to the person who invited you here. Get enrolled. Get rocking, because we'd
Mm-hmm.
love to have you inside. It's awesome. We'd love to see you inside. Okay. Any other thoughts, Daniel?
No, I mean, I think, hopefully you guys get the point. And thank you, Kirsty, so much for being here and dropping some insight and obviously some bombs and showing everybody here exactly what you're doing. I think it's amazing. I love seeing the tenacity and just the all out push to do as much as you possibly can. And that's really what this is all about, guys. It's about same thing I said from day one here in the 90-day game plan. This isn't going to be easy. You know,
Right.
we're not here to tell you like this is going to be a walk in the park. It's easy, like no problem. Like, no, this is going to be effort. It's going to be sacrifice. This is going to be work. You're going to have to figure shit out. You're going to have to like figure stuff out in your life to make this work. You're probably going to have to make adjustments. You're probably going to have to rearrange some things. You're like when I first got started, like I literally had to negotiate with my wife how I was going to make this business work and, be a dad and work full time and do all that other stuff. You're
Right.
going to have to figure some stuff out, but I can promise you it's worth it.
It is.
Like we can promise you it's 1,000% worth it to
It
go
is.
be that person, to go create that thing. It is worth it. You just got to go do it. So
Yep.
that is it, guys. Appreciate you. We will see you guys on Focus Friday, which is just over an hour from now. So catch you guys then inside the Facebook group. Kirsty, thank you. Thank you again for rocking out here with us today. Don't forget, guys, also invest in yourself. Check out that 90-day game plan folder in our TFT site. So you have that, and you also have the mindset training in there too. Make sure you guys are staying plugged into that as well. It goes side by side with what we're doing right now. Otherwise, see you guys later.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming on.